So I wanted to take a few minutes with this video to talk about six very interesting PlayStation 5 stories. And if you could hit that like button on the video, thank you to those that do it. And as always, it's very much appreciated. Now, the stories I wanted to cover for this video includes new news in regards to legacy titles on PlayStation 5, Spider-Man 2's future on PlayStation 5, Sony dropping yet another announcement of yet another exclusive, a new PlayStation Plus service gets announced, Sony bosses Jim Ryan and Herman Hulst dropping strategy for PlayStation VR 2 and PS5 exclusives going forward. It's going to be a great generation for PlayStation 5. Basically, so much great news dropped recently and we're going to go over it. But first, let me know if you have Returnal PlayStation 5 pre-ordered or not after the recent very positive previews for the game. A lot of positive conversations have been going around in regards to Returnal, which I'm happy to see. I've already had the game pre-ordered before all of the previews came out, and I'm curious if the previews got any of you who were on the fence to pre-order the game to basically pre-order the game. So comment below, do you have Returnal PlayStation 5 pre-ordered or not? Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the first story of the video, Sony's new AAA multiplayer PlayStation 5 title. Just like Sony invested with Haven Studios recently and Kojima Productions a while back, they have now invested money into another studio, Firewalk Studios, who have Destiny veterans working on a new AAA multiplayer game for the PlayStation 5. Sony is clearly pushing for more multiplayer experiences with the likes of Factions 2 and Ghost of Tsushima Legends as recent examples, and this is another example of them pushing for more multiplayer experiences on the platform. I'm excited to see what this game is. Website Games Industry reveals that Sony and Firewalk have been working together for 2 years now, so we could see it sooner rather than later, and this is again another example of Sony supporting new IP. Now, diving into the second story of the video, a huge set of diverse exclusives coming to the PlayStation 5. So, this news was very exciting to hear, or I guess read. It's a two-parter, so part one, Jim Ryan. He recently had an interview with Nikkei Japan and said this: "We have been quietly but steadily investing in high-quality games for PlayStation, and we will make sure that the PlayStation 5 generation will have more dedicated software than ever before." And part two, Herman Hulst, he recently said this to website Games Industry: "I'm very interested in creating a diverse slate of titles. Actually, the shape or form that they come in are less interesting to me than the fact that they are differentiated, diverse, and distinctive." So the PlayStation 5 is going to have the biggest exclusive catalog, along with Sony being very interested in diverse content. If you ever had doubt in Sony's future, recent news like this should put that at ease, especially with Sony announcing two new IPs in recent memory with Haven Studios and Firewalk Studios, which seems like a taste of news that's about to hit this summer. Now, diving into the third story of the video, PlayStation VR 2 on PlayStation 5. So Sony, as we know, announced PlayStation VR 2 literally earlier this year, and not long after that showcased the controller for the console, which possibly points to us getting the headset sometime next year. But in terms of the latest news, in the Jim Ryan Nikkei interview that happened recently, Jim said this: "The next generation VR system is a very strategic opportunity for PlayStation. We launched PlayStation VR in 2016 and have had time to understand the VR experience for years. What I learned from VR is that the potential market is huge. I want to continue to provide a high gaming experience to keep the community entertained." So I've been personally saying VR is the true next generation of gaming and have said many times how excited I was for PlayStation VR 2. PSVR 2 is, to me, is going to be the best VR offering on the market, mainly because of the price to quality ratio. If you have a PlayStation 5 already, PSVR 2 is probably not going to be as expensive to get, and even if you don't have a PlayStation 5, the combination will probably be cheaper than getting a proper PC rig to match the power of the PlayStation 5 along with a decent VR headset. The VR market is growing, and I see new people getting Quest 2 all the time, and PlayStation VR 2 is going to come into this market really strong, especially with Sony focused on offering a high gaming experience in VR, and I personally cannot wait for it. Now diving into the fourth story of the video, Spider-Man 2 on PlayStation 5. So the future of Spider-Man on PlayStation has seemed concrete ever since the success of Spider-Man PS4 and more recently Spider-Man Miles Morales. But as we know, Sony does not own the gaming IP for Spider-Man. They've clearly been working with Marvel to keep Spider-Man associated with PlayStation, and some big Spider-Man news went live recently. Reading from Variety, Disney has set a massive movie licensing pact with Sony Pictures for the US that promises to bring Spider-Man and other Marvel properties to Disney Plus, starting with Sony's 2022 release slate. The wide-ranging deal, which runs through Sony's 2026 theatrical slate, also calls for Sony's titles to run across Disney's array of streaming and linear platforms, making it unprecedented in scope as it covers Disney Plus, Hulu, FX Networks, ABC, Disney Channels, and Freeform. It also includes a significant number of library titles that will be spread among various outlets. Hulu will gain access to what Disney described as a significant number of library titles starting in June. So I personally believe Sony has been striking deals with Marvel to keep gaming Spider-Man, as I call him, gaming Spider-Man, movie Spider-Man, gaming Spider-Man, associated with PlayStation, and this deal with Marvel gives me belief that Spider-Man will be staying on PlayStation for a while to come. So basically, get excited for Spider-Man 2 on PlayStation 5, and I wouldn't be surprised if more Spider-Man universe games come to PlayStation in the future. But you guys let me know if you're getting Spider-Man 2 whenever that comes out or not. Let me know down in the comments below. Now diving into the fifth story of the video, a new PlayStation Plus service. So this was surprising news that came out of nowhere. The basic gist here is that Sony is testing a PlayStation Plus Video Pass service that gives access to Sony's movie and TV catalog to PlayStation Plus subscribers. This Video Pass service is currently being tested for the next 12 months, only in Poland for now, with the starting list of titles including movies like Venom and Jumanji Next Level, and TV shows like Community. The service is live now in Poland, and at the moment there is no word on other regions. More content will continually be added to the service every 3 months during the testing phase. So I've seen people wonder why PlayStation, or Sony I believe, hasn't made their own streaming service like Netflix, bringing their own collection to it, and PlayStation Plus Video Pass might be that, especially because Sony shut down PlayStation Vue, which was their last streaming service for TV content. So I'm excited to see where this goes for Poland and hope to see it land in other markets outside of Poland as soon as possible. Now, diving into the final story of the video, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3 on PlayStation 5. So, one of the theories for legacy content on PlayStation 5 is through purchasable PlayStation Now content after Sony overhauls the service. Essentially, games would stream at a decent level like Stadia or the cloud versions of games on Switch, where it comes to the point where you don't think about the game being streamed, but rather just playing it normally and being able to purchase these types of games off the PlayStation Network as if it were just a digital title. The overhaul was believed to come this summer, considering Sony was going to shut down legacy stores, and it made sense for them to have an alternate way to access legacy content. But as we know, they reversed that decision, which was of course great, but it makes you wonder if this overhaul is still to come anytime soon. Jim Ryan recently sat down with Nikkei, the Nikkei interview, and in regards to their cloud strategy, he said, "We're still having conversations with Microsoft about exchanging ideas. We're still talking to them about exchanging ideas, and there's some very interesting stuff. So when the time is right, we'll announce our cloud strategy. We could conceivably use the cloud for our technical infrastructure, but the cloud gaming experience we're offering will be unique and only on PlayStation." So looking at this, Sony is still talking and exchanging ideas with Microsoft. Sony partnered with Microsoft in 2019, but we didn't know what this deal truly meant. The assumption was PlayStation Now moving to Azure, which still could be the case, but but Jim Ryan makes it seem like this is a research partnership. Has PlayStation Now moved to Azure to increase data center reach and improve latency? This is the mystery that I'm currently trying to figure out. Is Sony going to use another cloud partner to improve PlayStation Now? And what is going on with that investment in the cloud company that was behind the cloud versions of games on Switch? Listening to Jim Ryan right now, it seems like the big overhaul could be a while away, and the unique to PlayStation part has me wondering if he's just referring to their unique catalog of games. Is it in relation to unique features that the service is going to have? I'm now very intrigued to see what goes down this summer, but in the meantime, Sony did announce that PlayStation Now will be supporting 1080p streaming going forward, moving it up from 720p, and this in itself is a big upgrade to the service, the ability to stream at a higher quality. PlayStation Now would have had to improve a decent amount. Something had to happen in the back end to be able to stream higher quality content. I'm definitely going to try this upgrade out and see if any latency improvements have come with it. But in terms of the big overhaul, the Azure overhaul, or whatever it might have been, we are just going to be waiting for that and have to wait and see what happens in the future, if the summer gets anything in relation to this news, or is it later down the line. We're just going to have to wait and see. But you guys let me know, after all of this news, are you excited about PlayStation's future or not? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button, as it always helps, and subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is to body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with PlayStation's blinding bright future. Honestly, with all the news that Sony just dropped recently, it seems like PlayStation's future is very, very positive, very bright. There's so much to come. And if you feel the same way, destroy the comment section with PlayStation's blinding bright future. And I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do, because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one.